Do you know how most artists get realism in their sculpture? Well, it starts before you even touch the clay or build the armature. Before all of that, you have to have an idea of what you want to sculpt. So you also have to have reference. You have to have the idea, the theme already in your mind. And then you look for the source. And that's what this video is all about, where artists look for reference and how they put it all together. You know, it doesn't come easy. Gathering references for me and figuring out what to sculpt, that's the hardest part. Once I have everything together, it comes easy putting it all together. Because what you're trying to say, the message, the feeling, that's the most important thing. The rest is just technique that follows. When people see the final work, they actually think it's all about skill. But really, the skill comes before you build the sculpture. You as an artist already have something in your mind and you're trying to create that. I have to admit that a lot of things in my mind, I cannot get them to the exact look that I want. So it's always like a struggle getting to it. How you should start as a sculptor. When I was younger, I never ever worked from photographs. I actually thought it was cheapening the artwork by limiting myself in the beginning to work from photographs. So even with zero money, I would hire models to pose for me directly in kind of like worst studios than I have now. So I spent a lot of money getting models. I went to open drawings, I went to art classes just so I can access the models. Nowadays, with models, it's like $20, $25 an hour, so it's very expensive to hire your own model. That's when photography comes in useful. But in the beginning, I do suggest that you as an artist avoid photography at all costs, because photography is a very flat medium. And when you're translating things from 2D to 3D, it doesn't tend to work out that well. And the most important thing for you as an artist is to look at references up close. Look at how the light actually goes around the form. And to do that, you're always best to look at things directly in front of you in 3D. Nowadays, I use mostly photography and video reference. There's so much photography out there that you can access for free. If you want to sculpt a portrait and the person is even slightly famous, you'll be able to get reference from the internet. But it's always best to have a model in front of you. Get your friends to pose for you. And if you don't have that, even in the beginning, you don't want to hire a model, get a mirror and sculpt yourself. Sculpt your hands. It's easy to kind of put your hands up and sculpt them. Or get a 3D printed version of something like the crochet over there and sculpt that. It's always better than working from photographs when you don't have that anatomy knowledge in the beginning. Nothing beats having a model in front of you. When you sculpt something alive, you learn things a photograph never teaches. And don't limit yourself to just humans. Sculpt animals, even still lifes. Use mirrors for self-portrait. It's all about the training of seeing from life. One of the worst mistakes I've seen artists do in the beginning with very limited experience is go directly to photographs. This is going to cheapen your artwork, in my opinion. You're never going to learn anatomy by looking at just photographs. You have to combine it with some anatomical knowledge. Look for models that are powerful, that have plenty of muscle, so you can see how muscles go around the model. First of all, I'm always looking for ideas. And the problem is, I have too many ideas, and then sometimes I can't even limit myself to one because I'm always bouncing back and forth. I actually found that's a very amateur way of looking at things. The best thing you can do is commit to one idea and stick with it throughout the entire sculpture. Anybody can jump from one thing to the other and never finish. Starting something and never finish, that's something that amateurs do, but not professionals. Force yourself to finish a piece of work. If you started something, take it to its natural completion. So nowadays, where do I get my reference? Well, online. Now I'm primarily doing digital downloading of models and using them as reference. So one of the places that I get my reference is postspace.com. I'll put a link in the description. I've been asked this multiple times, and that is by far one of the best reference websites I've seen. They have hundreds of models, and they have hundreds of poses per model. And that really helps out because they have all sorts of like themes that you can use for reference. They also have male and female. You know, the art world is more aimed right now at the female body. But actually pre-1900s, it was mostly male bodies. But for some reason, you don't get as many male bodies in websites, which is a terrible thing for artists because you learn much more from anatomy from the male form rather than the female form. And another website that I like using is ArtStation. So ArtStation is a website where creators, they can upload individual reference and 3D models and put it in a big marketplace. There are some really good photography reference that are 360 that you can download, and it makes things much nicer. Use now is a reference program. Ever since I started using a reference program, you just don't go back to the usual double click on a picture, blow it up, and then look at it, and then move on. The reference stuff that I use is called PureRef and BeeRef, and you can put all your reference for one sculpture in one board. That's, you know, maybe close-ups of somebody's face, the body, rotations, and it's all one large file, and you can kind of zoom in and out and look at everything up close. Before this, I would print out individual photos, put it up in my walls, and you pick and choose what you want to do based on the printouts. But having digital is much easier. You can see I have a screen up here, and I have my computer there, and I use the computer to manipulate whatever I have here. So that's a good system. At least it works for me. The clay is the final conversation, but really the real work is the foundation before you even start to sculpt.